Hello. Today we're going to cover section 1.2, the numbers. I want to start this section introducing to you two main words that we use with numbers. The first one is how many. How many in Spanish is cuantos or cuantas. You're going to use, well, in English, we use how many indistinctly because, once again, we don't have a gender. How many people, how many girls, how many boys, how many students, how many books, how many chairs. We don't care. We only have one word to say how many. In Spanish, we have to use also the gender depending on the things that you are counting. If the things or the person you are counting are masculine, then you have to use cuantos. If the noun is feminine, then you have to use cuantas before the feminine nouns. Okay. The second word that I want to introduce to you has to do with the expression there is and there are. And that is very simple. In Spanish, we only have one word. It's I. Once again, the pronunciation is I. I, we use it to express there is, there are. Also, we can use it as a question. For example, if you want to ask, are there? Or if you want to ask, is there? We also have to use I. The only thing that we do is we use the question words, the question marks. Sorry, not question words, question marks. I, upside down, hay un profesor, hay una profesora. Or you can use give me the no before the I to express there is not or there are not. Here I'm going to give you some examples. Questions. ¿Cuántos estudiantes hay? You will answer hay 20 estudiantes, for example. ¿Hay chicos en la fotografía? Sí, hay chicos en la fotografía. That will be the answer. In this case, since these are all girls, I will say no hay chicos en la fotografía because there are only girls. Okay? Hay 6 estudiantes en la foto. This is just a statement. This is not a question. Hay 3 chicas y no hay chicos. Okay, so there are 3 girls, there are not guys. Let's talk about the numbers. I'm gonna mention the numbers one by one for pronunciation, and then we talk about the numbers. Here we go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. The main numbers, of course, is from 0 to 10, de 0 a 10. After this, from 11 to 15, I will say, from 11 to 15, you will have to memorize. Once again, 11 is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, something is going to happen between 16 and 19, between 16 and 19. Notice that here after 15, after 15, we only have at the beginning of the words 10. 10, 10, 10. Okay, so from 16 to 19, all these ones are 10. All you need to do after that is just include the digit right next to it. 6, 7, 8, 9. The only number that it's accentuated is 16. From 11 to 20, the only number that is going to carry an accentuation on the E, it's going to be 16, 16. Now, we know that 20 it's 20. The combination of 20 and any other digit is going to be 20. Okay, so all these ones, I'm going to have all these ones 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Okay, after these 20, you're going to include the digit. 20 and what? 21, 22, 23, 24. There is no mistake in here, okay? You basically are using this from 1 to 9 and you are pasting those numbers after the 20. Now, you have to be careful. Number 22, number 23, and number 26 carry accentuation, okay? Once again, 22, 23, and 26, they do carry accentuation. Now, the number 1 and numbers ending with 1 or numbers ending with uno. For example, 21, 31, 41 will be 41, etc. They are going to have more than one form to spell it when you are including a noun. Only when you included a noun. Because if you are just counting 21 or 31, it's okay. But if after this 21 you include a masculine or feminine noun, this 21 change in spelling. How so? If, for example, let me find here an example here. For example, here, un hombre, because I include the noun, the masculine noun hombre, then I have to get rid of the O. It's not correct if you say uno hombre. Okay, it's correct if you're counting down and you're saying uno. But since I have a masculine here, it's un hombre. The same thing in here. I'm including a feminine noun. Therefore, the uno needs to switch to una because it's a feminine noun. Let's go to the 21. 21 instead of 21. Notice, remember that the number is 21. Well, what happened when I add a noun to the 21? 21 hombres. And it carries an accentuation on the U. Notice the same number, 21, what happened to the feminine form? 21 mujeres. Okay? And making this noun plural. However, this, you don't have to include the S in here and you don't have to include the S in here. Why? Because 21 it's already plural. There is no need for you to include the S in here. In here you have to, so it can match with the actual number.